Welcome to the channel, and I hope you like the video.
Fair use.
Sit back, relax, kick your feet up, most of all, enjoy!
The tale of Thumbelina is a less common fairy tale in the esoteric canon compared to giants like Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty, but it is nonetheless rich with psychological and spiritual symbolism. It is a story that explores themes of purity, vulnerability, the search for true belonging, and the journey to find a spiritual home. The protagonist and her nature. Thumbelina. Thumbelina is the central figure, a being of miniature size and exquisite beauty. She represents a soul in its purest, most vulnerable state. She is a spiritual seedling, born from a flower, which is a classic symbol of purity, innocence, and the divine. Her small size is not just a physical trait, it is a metaphor for her fragility and her inability to navigate the large, often cruel, world on her own. She is an ethereal spirit in a very physical, earthy world. The dangers and the captors. Thumbelina's journey is a series of trials where she is repeatedly kidnapped or threatened by forces that want to possess her for their own selfish ends. These figures represent the various traps and dangers the pure soul faces in the material world. The toad and her son represent the coarse, base, and ugly forces of the material world. They want to marry Thumbelina into their family, a symbolic act of pulling her down into a world of physical wants and ugly reality. The toad represents a materialistic existence that has no appreciation for her delicate, spiritual nature. Thumbelina's escape from the toad is a spiritual victory, a refusal to be consumed by the earthly. The mole represents the unimaginative, dark, and materialistic aspect of the psyche. He lives underground, in a world without light or beauty, and he is blind to it. He values only comfort and possession. His desire to marry Thumbelina is a desire to possess her beauty and purity, a light he cannot create himself. He wants to drag her into his world of darkness, a metaphorical spiritual death. The mole's blindness is not just physical, it is a symbol of his spiritual blindness. The guides and the helpers. Throughout her journey, Thumbelina is aided by beings who recognize her true nature and help her. The swallow is the most important spiritual guide. It is a symbol of freedom, hope, and the journey of the soul. The swallow is a creature of the air and the heavens, a spiritual messenger who takes Thumbelina on a journey away from the dangers of the earth. The swallow's journey south to warmer lands is a metaphor for the soul's journey to a spiritual home. It is a guide that sees and understands the pure light of Thumbelina. The field mouse represents a type of worldly benevolence. She is kind and takes Thumbelina in, but her intentions are rooted in a conventional, grounded reality. She is the one who introduces Thumbelina to the mole and pushes her toward a life of comfort and practicality, showing that even well-meaning forces can lead the soul astray from its true path. The resolution and spiritual home. The climax of the story is Thumbelina's arrival in the world of the flower elves. The flower elves represent her spiritual family and her true home. They are beings just like her, born from flowers. This moment is the resolution of her long spiritual search. She has finally found a community where her nature is not a weakness but a strength. The prince of the flower elves represents her spiritual partner. He is a being who is a reflection of her own purity and beauty. The act of him giving her wings is the ultimate esoteric symbol of spiritual liberation and transformation. The wings signify that she is no longer a small, helpless being but a fully realized soul, free to fly and live in a world that is made for her. The gift of a name, Maya, or another variation, is a symbol of her newfound, true identity. In essence, Thumbelina is a spiritual allegory about a pure soul's journey through a material world filled with dangers and traps. It teaches that one's true home is not a place but a spiritual state of being, and that the ultimate form of happiness is not found in fitting into a world that doesn't understand you but in finding a community that recognizes and celebrates your authentic, beautiful self.
Till the next video.